Good afternoon. This is JC, St. Louis's oldest living hippie. I just am now getting over COVID. That's why I'm sniffing. Oh, it's still up in my head, and luckily I took Paxlovid, an antiviral, and I think that kept it, knock on wood, out of my lungs, which is where it's the most dangerous. But it's been 2 weeks, and I think I'm finally starting to get over it. I've been weak as a kitten, staying in bed and sleeping a whole lot, and now I'm beginning to get up and wander around and break through some of the fog. And so I'm going to talk to you right now about several things, probably, whatever I can think of. I don't script my videos at all. Never have and probably never will, because when scripted videos sound so stale and so like cardboard that I just don't like it. So if I use pauses and pause words, that's my fault. But I was just listening to the things that Trump has done and how the world sees him as a possible pathway to extinction. And I want you to understand that I have a PhD in biology, that I understand the climate, I understand the environment, okay, and the ecology of it all. And one of the things that I want to say is that the way that the sun and the earth interact with each other is through the amount of ice at the poles. So the more ice that melts at the North Pole, the more sun doesn't get reflected back into the atmosphere. The more sun that is not reflected back into the atmosphere, the hotter the Earth's oceans become. And guess what happens when the oceans get hot? The ice melts. That's the ice in the North Pole starts to melt and slough off of the ice pack. And so it's a vicious circle. More sun, more ice melt. Less ice, more sun. So the less ice there is, the more sun that the water absorbs. The more sun the water absorbs, the less ice there becomes. And it's all really fucking ridiculous. And Trump's trying to say there's no climate. Trump's trying to say there's no climate problem. Yes, the Earth is warming. Maybe it's natural, maybe it's man-made. I don't care how it is, but it's happening. And it's a shame that we're too stupid to stop it. Pretty soon, Donald Trump will need swamp buggies to get around his golf course, because water's already coming up high enough in the Carolinas and Florida that sometimes it covers roads, even goes into downtown cities inside of South Carolina. So eventually, maybe 100 years, maybe 50 years, maybe 20 years, Florida is going to become another complete swamp, not just the sand that it is now, and all the houses and all the resorts that people have built down there to live on, in or on, whatever, they basically are going to go away. They're going to be sunk in water. My old boss has a house near Disneyland. He can't get insurance on his house. Nobody will insure his house because of what's happening in Florida. And then Disneyland will have to put sandbags all the way around and build dikes to keep the water out of Disneyland. You want to go to Disneyland, you'll have to get there by a boat. All of this is happening. It really is. Like I said, maybe it's 100 years from now, but it's happening. The reason that we have lived how we have lived is because of the great melt from the previous ice pack, which was during the Ice Age. The Missouri River, which runs right across the middle of Missouri, is actually where the ice pack stopped and melted and ran off and became the Missouri River and down into the Mississippi River at the confluence just north of St. Louis. And that ice melt, as it continued, the glaciers receded and back up into the northern area. I was in Glacier National Park in 1976, the year of our centennial, and there were 5 to 7 glaciers there. I went all the way up over the road to Sunshine, all the way to the very top of the mountain, looked down on the glaciers, and it was beautiful. However, now there's only 2 glaciers left. Think about that. Our children are only going to be able to see 2 glaciers. And if this continues, we're going to end up having things like the Missouri River dry up because of the fact that the ice packs are receding to the north. They're not just going into the oceans. Our fresh water is going to dry up too. And like the Missouri River, here we have the Merrimack River coming through St. Louis. All of the streams like the Hoosac Creek that's near Steelville, Missouri, all of these things are going to dry up. And when they dry up, what's going to be our source of fresh water? Right now, where I live, the source of fresh water is the Mississippi, because I live about a mile from the Mississippi River. And the town gets its fresh water from the Mississippi. So does the great city of St. Louis. And all of that is going to be gone at some point in the future. So I just want everybody to understand, I hope you listen so far, because I'm going to end it here, but I hope you all understand that your children and grandchildren need fresh water to live, and they need land to live on, and they also need weather that's not so hot they're going to fry under its heat. So just don't heed Trump. Keep putting up wind turbines. Keep buying electric cars. Right now, with the price of gas, I own an electric truck. I plug it in at night, and if it charges for 3 hours, got a full 300-mile charge the next day, and it costs me maybe $5 extra a month on my electric bill. So don't let them bullshit you and say that it's going to cost so much to charge your vehicles. It's not if you do it during the special hours that are designated by your energy provider that are lower cost hours, plus the amount of energy used that has to be generated by the power plants is negligible compared to what the power plants power otherwise. So this is JC saying, please, the climate disaster is real and it's happening faster than you want to think. And as I say when I end my videos, fuck you, Donald Trump. To everyone else, Poxamore Jack, I love you all. Keep on